you can still keep a healthy stomach by understanding the opposite, the counterbalancing food.
鉄が熱くなったら水をかけるのと同じように、そのカウンターバランス、反対の力があるものを取り入れる知恵が必要です。
For children, we give basically few things like you cook the rice. You cook the rice maybe around 50 to 60% you cook it, and after cooking the rice 50 to 60% you take out, then you powder it, then you dry it and then you powder it, and it will become like semolina. That semolina, if you cook with some water and add some coconut milk and little cardamom, and that food will be an ideal food for children who doesn't have teeth.
名前なんだったっけ？リトの？リト。
Sorry?
リト。Baby food is that is
Prasha.
Prasha. It's like a kale, but I think it's called Rito.
It will be like paste form.
Okay.
The paste form is known as prasha.
Okay. なんか米を 60% 炊いて、それを乾燥させて、それを粉にしたやつを取っておいて、でそれをまたおかゆみたいにするやつが子供にいいです。この時間歯がない赤ちゃんにいいです。
And another food is like we have a special kind of banana which is not going to be very sweet. Some kind of astringent and light bitter taste will be there. So we take the banana and remove the skin and we dry it, slice it and dry it and powder it. This is also a good food for the children, but that banana is never going to be so sweet. So in another way, we should think that the childhood is always belong to the Kapha period, and in the Kapha predominance age, you should not feed too much sweet. If at all you want to give the sweetness, you have to choose certain condition. For example, one of the richest medicinal quality fruit, we think it may be very costly fruit or it is coming from some other country, but it is nothing but our guava. If you eat guava just before starting the pakwa, or when it is going to be mature, like from the astringent taste, it is generally started to tend towards sweetness, and if you eat that fruit will be an ideal fruit for everybody, and people think that means rich people can't buy apple, and if you eat such a fruit, guava in this state, it is extremely good for your blood related problems.
さっきのお米のおかゆはですね、ココナッツミルクを入れてカルダモンを入れてちょっと煮たりするのがベビーにいいやつですと言いました。でバナナもいいんですけれども、甘いバナナというのは子どものカパを増やしすぎてしまうので、インドでは甘くないバナナをあげたりします。で甘くて薬効効果の高いフルーツの一つはグアバです。グアバがちょうどに売れる頃というのはどんな人にとっても良い、フルーツで、肝臓じゃない血にすごくいいです。
And we have to understand that almost all the fruits are extremely rich with sweetness, or it is simplest form of glucose, and when the sweetness goes, along with that the kapha tendency also goes. So nowadays many parents are giving smoothies to the children, which is not going to be good, and some people give banana with milk or different kinds of fruits with milk, we call shake. And if you give such kind of shakes to the children, their health will be shaken and they will become sick people. Especially if you want to kill your husband within 2-3 months, you give every day a shake with some kind of fruit, especially sweet. Within 3 months, 99.99% he will die with liver cirrhosis. You need not to give rat poison or paramar or anything. Just give this 99%. We assure the guarantee he will die with liver disease. So, because according to the science of Ayurveda, mixing any fruit with milk is poisonous. So once you give within 2 to 3 weeks, he will try to show the enlargement of liver. And once it started, you give this tasty drink, 99% you will get the insurance amount.
フルーツっていうのはグルコースがいっぱい入ってるので、そうするとカパがとっても上がってしまいます。最近ではスムージーなんてものが子供にあげられますが、これは子供に良くないです。またバナナミルクシェイクなどもあげたりしますが、シェイクあげてると子供の健康がシェイクになってしまいますっていうのが崩れてしまいますみたいなことで、このフルーツとミルクの組み合わせっていうのは、じゃあこのシェイクとかスムージーとか全体でですね、これをですね、毎日摂ると本当に体に良くないので、もし夫を殺したいのであれば3ヶ月このスムージーをあげれば夫の肝臓は肥大して多分勝手に死んでくれて保険金も入ってくるでしょうみたいな。
And except human being, no other animal in the world is drinking milk when they are grown up. The lion is not going to go to cow's milk, or the tiger is not going to drink camel milk. No other animal, when they reach a certain age, they never drink milk. And we human beings are thinking to be intelligent, and it is nothing bad if you know how to use the milk in a healthy way, you can drink. But unfortunately, many parents, without understanding, because so-called dietitian, so-called school syllabus is saying milk is a complete food, give this. But anybody who take too much milk in childhood, we can guarantee that when he reach around 25, around 90%, he will get diabetes at free of cost.
Which person?
90%.
動物も子供の時は他の動物のお乳飲まないし、大きくなったら自分のお母さんのお乳を飲むのもやめます。だけど人間は自分が頭いいと思って飲んだりするわけなんですけれども、もし子供の時までに牛乳を毎日あげてたりすると 90% の確率で大人になって25歳ぐらいまでには糖尿病を発症するでしょう。
So if you want to use the some kind of fruit to the children, as I mentioned earlier, when the astringent taste is there, when it is turned towards sweetness, up to that, you should not go to the 100% maturity, like when it turns to the complete sweetness, the medicinal property agent astringent will turn into sweetness. Like you see a mango, you are taking that raw mango and you find it is very sour. You eat it and from your face expression we know that you are taking something sour. And in order to turn that into sweetness, what we have to do, we need not to do anything, you just allow, the nature will do it. When you allow some timing without anything, it will turn into sweet. So like that, if you take some fruit, especially the astringent taste shade is there, you can give to the children. That is why we use a banana called Kannan banana or Kannan Palam. This is the banana which has the rich astringent taste and which will be ideal for the children due to some nourishment. So in double way, astringent taste is there, some nourishing quality is also there, which we slice and dry and powder it, and later with the coconut milk or normal milk with the cardamom. And so yesterday we spoke about the panam chakra, the sugar we get from the coconut is considered to be the best sugar, crystallized form panam chakra, and if you add that, it will be extremely brownish in color, and it will be a very tasty and healthy food for the children. But unfortunately we all wanted to have ready-made things. If it is already with some straw, you just give it to the straw form, or already if you can give it without heating. So we all are tend toward the ready-made culture, so we don't want to do anything, so we want to go to easiest way. So in Ayurvedic cooking we will say, if a mother, if a person started to spend more half an hour more in the kitchen cooking things in a good way, the half an hour you spend will increase your lifespan minimum 10 years.
苦味というのはフルーツが若い時に苦味の中に入ってますが、そこに薬効効果があるのですけど、熟れることによってその苦味が甘さに変わって、そうやって取ることができます。で、子供にあげるのに良いバナナがあって、カンナンパラムっていう風にいう種類のバナナなんだけれども、これが仕組みが適度にあって子供にも非常に良くて、スライスして乾燥させたやつをパウダーにして、でそれをココナッツミルクと、あと昨日言ったココナッツからのクリスタルシュガーでクックすると、とってもいい子供の、食材になります。そういう風にして子供にもあげればいいんだけれども、今はレディメイドも作ってあるものも最初からストローがひっついてるようなものをよく取ってしまうので、全てのお母さんがあと30分キッチンに過ごすことができたら寿命がもっと伸びるでしょう。
So we mentioned from mouth to the beginning of small intestine, that food path we say the predominance is sweetness, so it belongs to sweetness. Whereas liver, you will find some kind of sour taste. So liver, if you take a liver and taste, you will find sour and astringent taste, but sour taste will be leading. And if you take a spleen, which will be extremely, because the liver makes blood and it is transferred to the spleen, and spleen will be more rich with the blood. And we have to understand that if you touch, if you taste the blood, you will feel the astringent taste and slight salty taste. You can easily find it. It is a mixture. So the spleen is the organ which is rich with astringent taste, and our lung and big intestine is more rich with a little bit spiciness, or in Ayurveda, as we mentioned earlier, we have three kinds of digestion. The final digestion happens inside the large intestine, that we called a kind of spicy digestion or kadu avastha part.
先ほど口は甘い消化と言いましたが、肝臓は酸味の消化です。Is there a Sanskrit name for the liver digestion?
That is
Which paka is it?
yes. It is nothing but rectum, blood. Because rasa, the child is entering, that is the input to the liver. And when the rasa or English child enter into the liver, it will be converted completely into blood, recta.
肝臓には消化されたラサが入っていって、そこでラクタに変換されます。で、その次に 脾臓なんだけれども、脾臓は肝臓からの血をたくさん受けることができます。味としては苦味です。でそして肺と大腸は、辛みがある、内臓の消化になります。この辛みがあるやつをカドゥアワスタパーカと言います。
So this is just for us that which taste connected with which organ, just for understanding we are saying. So when you look at that each organs has some supremacy of a taste, and if you eat such a taste, we have to understand that taste enriches that connected organ. For an example, somebody who has less blood, the blood we mentioned that it is estrogen rich. So anybody who has less blood, they are supposed to eat estrogen tasting. So anybody who take estrogen taste fruits like pomegranate, dry grape, fig, and guava, sabarjil, such fruits are extremely rich with estrogen taste, and if you take that, your blood production will be high, and your spleen and liver will be in better state.
血が少ない人は渋みも食べなくてはいけません。渋みはザクロ、レーズン、フィグ、グアバ、ザクロ、レーズン、フィグ、グアバなどに入っています。これを食べれば血が増えていくでしょう。
So when you have some blood less, you have some anemic syndromes. When you bend down, you will have a giddiness. When you do small work, you will have body pain. This is all showing the poor blood production in you, which is connected with liver. So whenever somebody has less blood, it is a indication that the connected organ, the second transformation of the food in the sapta dhatu conversion, which is supposed to be happen in the liver, is not functioning correctly. So in an indirect way, it is saying that your liver is not functioning correctly when you have less blood. So people who are suffering from blood liver, if they go to hospital in bad condition, it is quite natural they have to get some external blood, and in the hospital they have to give some kind of blood to their system.
肝臓が悪いと貧血になったりします。前かがみになって立ち上がるときにめまいがする人とか、あと体がよく痛くなる人は血が足りない貧血の手があります。で貧血はその肝臓が機能してないとなるので、サプタダートのプロセスのラサからラクタを作るっていうところが機能しないです。
So if you want to see your liver is functioning correctly, you need not to go to some laboratory in a way. You can see if you press your nails, and when you press the nail, if the nail is showing some kind of reddish color, that means your blood system is okay. When you press the nail, if it is giving a pale color, the redness is not there, it is a sign that you have less blood. If you open your eyelid in the downside and look inside, if it is pale color, it is a sign that you have poor blood, and it in another way it is showing the proposed work supposed to happen in the liver is not happening in that condition. if you take something extremely astringent taste, some kind of leaf we call manitakali, curry leaf, bringirajan, such things like a fig, which is raw fig, if you wanted to make a food, within few days you will come to know that